The next project you make is going to be a coiled dish, and you'll need a styrofoam plate and some paper towel to put over it. I'm going to set that aside for a little bit, and then you're going to need some clay to make coils with. And remember, a coil we talked about is a rope of clay. So I'm going to take my clay and I'm going to squeeze and rotate it so that it becomes more rounded and it becomes a longer piece of clay. So it starts to look a little bit more rope-like. And I can always, if I want to, make smaller ropes if that's what works better for me. So I'm going to move this piece of canvas out of the way a little bit because I would prefer that the coil not dry out, and the canvas is going to dry it out quite a bit. So I'm now going to roll directly on the tabletop, and you can see that I'm using my entire length of my hand from the ends of my fingers to the bottom of my palm, to the bottom of the palm here. You can even see where the wet clay on my hands is. So the clay is starting to flatten out a little bit as I roll it. Notice I'm not rolling really, really fast. You want to keep it nice and slow and steady, but use enough pressure to change its shape. We want it to get narrower and narrower. And what I've done here is I just twisted the clay a little bit so that I can roll it out some more and it becomes more rounded and it's not bumping underneath my hands. And if this is too much clay for you to use at one time, it's okay. You can always tear it in half and keep rolling. And this clay is about as thick as the wood on the knife handle. And that's about how thick that we want that coil to be. So what you want to do is go ahead and roll out several lengths of coils. And remember, if it flattens out, do a little twist. Don't twist it too hard because we don't want to tear it. And then when we have enough coils to get started, we can actually go ahead and start attaching them together on the plate. So the paper towel is to keep your coils from sticking to the styrofoam. We don't want that to happen because when you go to take it off, it'll tear your coils up. And what I'm going to do here is, I've tried to make them about the same thickness. It's not perfect, doesn't need to be, but it's close. And I am going to, with this nice soft coil, I'm going to roll it in on itself. And I need to make sure that I go in and I score and slip it together. If I don't, it's going to fall apart. And remember, score is to scratch, slip is your mud. And as I do this, I'm going to gently roll it together, give it a little press to make sure that it stays together, and then I'm going to keep going. I can even go down and score the whole piece around there if I want to. I'm going to start scoring the swirled part here. I'm not going to press it hard as I do this. I'm just going to give it a gentle press because I want to make sure that I don't smash my design. So I can put this right close to the middle of the plate. If you kind of press down, you can see about where the middle is. You can see as I do this, some of that slip oozes out a little bit because it's making really good contact now. And then I'm going to take this next piece and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go ahead and score all the way around this one. And I'm also going to score on the end. And I'm going to do the same thing on this piece. I'm going to go ahead and score the whole thing. This is probably the quickest, simplest way to attach your coils. And I'm going to slip it all the way down. And I'm going to attach it right here where the other one left off. Now I've run out of scored area on the outside of my swirl. So I have to keep going back and scoring it some more. And then I'm going to go in and press it together some more. And I'm going to keep going until I've reached the very outer edge of my plate. When you've reached the edge of the plate, now's the time to go in and smooth the end together, because we want to make sure that it doesn't have an edge there. That'll make it hold together better. And then these sections here where we attached our coils together, you can take a tool. It could be this hook, it could be a wood tool, it's kind of up to you. And basically we smooth those together. And then we run our fingers over them, but we don't want to smooth things out because the coil is what I want to see that you know how to do. If you smooth it out, I can't tell you use the coil. And then the last thing you're going to do is use the end of a wood tool to kind of smooth things together between your coils. And as I do this, I'm only going to do a little section of it to start with, because that's where my hand is the most comfortable and where I'll be able to make it look the nicest. And as I do this, I also need to, once in a while, clean the excess clay off the tool. Otherwise, it's going to leave marks as it drags those bits of clay through your project. And once I get a section done, then I'm going to rotate the plate and do the next section. And I'm going to do that until I've gone all the way around it to smooth things. And any little bits of clay that come off of this, or any other project, you can actually scrape it and on the slip container on the inside edge of it, and it becomes slip when we add more water to it. I want to try to not have any little bits of clay sticking out if possible, because then it will be sharp if it's there. And this would be a nice little dish for lots of things. If you have jewelry on at night and you want to take it off and you're already in bed, it can be on your nightstand. Or maybe you want to put some candy in it. I'd probably put candy in it. And that's about what it should look like when you're finished. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the hook and I'm going to write my name along the edge. And as I do that, I'm going to take the bits of clay off that come off of it. I'm going to pick this up to show you. So there's my name, Walsh. And then this can go in the drying closet to dry.